Some of y'all ready to go. This message is for the runner. For the runner. Ready to run, ready to do their own thing. Huh? Because who you're with ain't working out for you. No matter what's going on, you don't seem like this is where you should be. But on that notable day, that matrimonial day. I didn't even write this down. It's just coming in my head. You remember them vows that you spoke? You remember what you declared you were willing to do? Now, I'm not saying stay where you're being physically abused. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying stay where the addictions are so prevalent that there's no growth, no advance in no kind of way because that individual is not themselves. I'm not saying stay there. Ain't a whole lot of direction you need to request on that. But then there are some that do. Because God has a plan. I just told you about the prodigal. I know the times are different now. But they had some enhancements back then. I don't care if it was mushrooms. I already talked about the lot lizards or prostitutes. They had that then. And they knew how to scheme and connive, Come on now. I'm not saying stay where you're being physically harmed or emotionally harmed in such a way that you can't navigate life itself. So outside of getting counseling, and yes, seek professional help, before you make that move, inquire, is this the place for me? Is this the place for me? You know what came to mind over the last couple of days? There's a song that's been ringing in my head, and this is where the fight was. Y'all remember a movie called Dreamgirls? I think it was called Dreamgirls. And in that movie, the story kind of playfully evolved around Berry Gordy and Diana Ross during that period of time. It kind of played around there, but in this scene, it's I think it's Dina or something like that. She's playing the role of Diana Ross, and then Jamie Foxx is actually playing the role of kind of the Berry Gordy, just softly played off of them. But there's a song that the role played by Beyonce sang. And I love Beyonce. She's good, and I like some of her songs. I don't follow all of them because I'm more of my pace in songs is a little bit slower, so not all the upbeats, but some of them. And we actually have the same birth time, and birth date, near the birth dates. So I like Beyonce, but I love the way she sang this song. And I put it in my phone because at Hype C, I want to make sure those who's supposed to get credit. So yes, I am looking at Wikipedia, and yes, I know I'm supposed to take it with a grain of salt. But it says the song was written by Beyonce, Henry Krieger, Scott Cutler, and Ann Previn. And it was produced by the Underdogs. And the name of the song is Listen. And here's the fight that I had. I'm talking to the runner. The fight I had was this. When you listen to the song or you read the words, it seems like a power move on, in this particular instance, Beyonce's side. Independent, I found myself. You can't tell me anything. You don't know me like that. I found myself, my place, and where I need to go. And it seems like that's the way the song presents itself. But as I muse over the song over a couple of days, I'm trying to get with that side of it. And because I love the song, I love the melody, the tune, the instruments. I love all of that, how it comes across. You know, the nuances of the music at certain points. It just does something to the inside, and I love it. And I wanted to follow that way, but it wouldn't set right. So I said, Renee, I think I need another day because it's not setting right. And something came to mind, and this is the side I want to present. Again, don't talk about it, because I want it to be the way that you've heard it. Those of you that heard it, I wanted it to be that way. But bear with me in this folly. What if this is the runner, or someone deciding, I've had enough? And they've prayed. They prayed to Creator God. They prayed to the divine and said, look, you know what? I don't even believe anymore. Did I lose anybody? Because I'm feeling something on the outside. Enough! I don't like the way this is going. You don't seem to hear me when I pray. You don't know me. And enough is enough. And you're ready to walk away or run away like that prodigal son. I want what's mine. I want to be handled. I want my independence. And you've prayed and you prayed. I tried and I tried. What is that line in this song? What does it say? It said, listen, I'm alone at the crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home. And I tried and tried to say what's on my mind. Can y'all see that with me? This is someone crying out to God. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I handle this? Am I supposed to take more of this? It goes on to say, I've tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known. Now I'm done believing you. Can you imagine somebody in this day and time saying to God, I'm done. You don't hear me. You don't see me. It says, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Because before I wanted to stay positive, but that it wouldn't go that way for me. It kept hanging on that side. And I was like, you sure? You sure you want me to bring that side? I don't want no problems with the writers of the song. I don't want no problems with Beyonce. I don't want no problems with the filmmakers. I don't want no problems. But can you imagine with me that one? There's a couple of sides to this. Someone that's enduring, they're going through. Maybe the relationship isn't what it should be and where it should be. That's one side. And there's another side that someone says, enough, I'm out. I'm out of here. They're introduced to a letter called John. I'll let y'all muse on that one. They're introduced to a letter called Jane. I'm out of here. Enough. I've prayed. I've tried and I've tried. It goes on to say, you don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you've made of me. And I found the voice you gave to me. But now I've got to find my own. What I want to say to those that are still hanging around, wanting to hear what I had to say. Again, the name of that song is Listen. I want you to know that God hears you. And He's ready to come and rescue you. He has the fatted calf. He's waiting. He's waiting to present that cloak, the cloak of his covering. He's waiting. He's waiting. I'm here to tell you today that God is listening. He sees just where you are. He sees just what you're dealing with. He knows the relationship that you're in, some of it forbidden. He knows. But his grace is in place, his mercy is in place, and his love knows no bounds. Huh? And if you're alive, you can hear me, you can see me. You see my hand doing what it's doing. There's still a chance. Will you give him a chance? Will you give him a chance? There's a passage of scripture, I'm going to close with this. And it's found in Isaiah, the 40th chapter. And I hand wrote it. And y'all can follow up or confirm what I said by reading it yourself. But it's in Isaiah, the 40th chapter, and God is talking to his special people, his chosen. He says, "Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest thou, O Israel, that my way is hidden from the Lord?" He's talking to you, the runner. He's talking to you, those ready to throw it up to wherever it lands, but you're out of here. You've left that letter called John. You've left that letter called Jane. You out of here. Because I prayed, I cried, I tried and I tried. And you don't seem to hear, but God is saying today, he said, what are you saying? He said, my way, he's saying to you, you're saying your way is hid from the Lord? And that my judgment is passed from our God? He sees where you are. He sees your hurt. He sees your disappointment. He knows your maladies. But he's asking. He's asking for a chance. He says, hast thou not known? This is the second verse or the 28th verse. He says, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard? That the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary, and there's no searching of his understanding? Are we talking about Alpha, Omega, the beginning and the ending, the creators of the heaven and the earth, not knowing where you are? 29th verse. For he giveth power to the faint. Is that where you find yourself on today? And to them that have no might, he increases strength. The 30th verse. Even the youths, those that declare their strength. Didn't I just start talking about that parable with the young boy? He was full of vigor and vitality when he left his father's house. But when he came back, he was depleted. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. He was at the point, I'm telling you, he was ready to eat the husks that the hogs were being fed. He was, I think about, what's that man on Fast and the Furious? I'm hungry, I'm hungry. He was hungry. And he knows you're hungry. But here's a special verse I want to leave to you. This is Isaiah 40 and 31. It goes on to say, but they that wait upon the Lord. That's all he's asking. He's getting things in place. I'm stretching. Y'all pray for me.